Hello, welcome to Peace Love Houseplants. My name is Heather. Today it is time to get baby on the pole, baby on the moss pole, that is. Hey, thanks for sticking around. So the first pole I'm going to show you is this standard D-shaped pole. I guess I can say D-shaped pole on YouTube because that's what this is. I see them being used quite a bit and this is my first time using them. So I'm excited. We're going to stuff this one full of moss, but before we do, I'm going to show you this one. So this one I found when I was searching moss poles on Amazon. This is the box that it came out of right here. That's the brand. There are 4 moss poles in here, and it came with all this stuff. Came with these little leg anchor things and some twine and 4 rolls of plant Velcro tape and what I assume is like a poker to poke the moss in. So this is really cool because it has a screw off cup that you can fill with water. This actually tightens up or opens up more depending on how much water you want to drip out. And then it just sets right up against this and you can water your moss poles super easily. And it's nice because it looks really sleek and clean because moss poles are notorious for being just kind of ugly. So especially when you just have a plant getting started on them, so you just see a lot of the pole and like a little plant. So this is nice for that. And it can also, this is cool, it can also be stacked, screwed together like that. And then you have like a 3-foot moss pole, something like that. So this should be fun to experiment with. I actually already got one of my plants on one. Let me show you how to put together one of these D-shaped poles. Big D. I realize now that I really did this a little like backwards, but we're too deep into it now. So let's just move on to how to put together one of these poles. Basically, you're going to take all these zip ties that they give you, and one by one, you are going to thread them through these holes that are already punched into the plastic. Everything is already cut to the size that you need. The pack I got came with 2 of 3 different sizes or lengths. And then everything was so neatly wrapped up. It did come with a pair of gloves because you could cut yourself on this wire. But I've already lost one of them. So now it's just a tribute to Michael Jackson. So I've already got this one started. Like I said, I've got the zip ties already strung in on this side. It says to keep them loose at first and then tighten them up. I just lost the zip tie. But basically, you're just going to poke your zip tie through the mesh and then through the hole provided. And then you're going to push the zip tie in and pull it. It will tighten up and will not loosen up if you haven't used a zip tie before. I don't know. But yeah, and then you just keep doing that until you have made your way all the way down. It's hard to do and talk for me, unfortunately. Once you get all the way down, you are going to clip all of the little extra lengths off with a pair of scissors, something like that. And then you will have yourself something that looks just like this. Really, really easy to assemble. So you made the thing, and now you have to stuff the thing. Usually what I try to do is get like a good amount in there, and I don't want to pack it like super tight because I want it to have a little bit of like room to breathe. If you would like to stick around and see me put these poles to use, we are going to be doing that right now. So this is my Repotting Amplissimum variegated, and I just gave her first chop recently and decided I better repot her because look at that, that's craziness. So I thought it was time to attach her to a pole since we're gonna pot her up, right? I have never repotted this plant. Roots look pretty good. So I just quickly cut back some of the kind of dead aerial roots, and I'm actually going to put her in so that these nodes and these nodes are going to be facing the moss pole. Mostly a chunky perlite and orchid bark mix. Now I'm just going to stick this pole in here. I'm going to work it down to the bottom. I think that's good. We are going to set her right in here. I think something like that will work. I think that should be fine. All right, I'm just going to fill this in a bit, and we're done. So I just want to show you the work that I did. We've got my Esqueleto, who I'm going to help train to get onto that pole because she's a little crooked. There is my Repotting Amplissimum variegated. Over here is my Golden Pothos that I gave a huge pole because I have high hopes for her. No pun intended. And then over here is one of my pink princesses, my PPPs. And then last but not least, we've got my most variegated Thai constellation. Well, I hope you had a good time learning about moss poles. I did. It was a lot of work, and it's going to continue to be a lot of work, but I think it'll be worth it. If you get a chance, please like and subscribe to the channel. Tell your plants I said hi, and then come back next time and let's grow together.